Migos fighting and shit. This some bullshit. This is some ratchet shit. I ain't coming back. We ain't coming back to Sadie. Hey, no, not Migos. The Migos out here.
He changed my life in so many ways. I missed so many bullets, police, all types of stuff because I was busy with him.
July 21st, 2025, Southeast DC. A man is found dead at a gravesite. No shootout, no ops involved, just him, alone, at his son's grave. Hours before, he'd posted on Instagram. The message was short, heartbreaking. "I'm so sorry, y'all, but I can't take this no more. I really hope to see y'all again." Then he named them one by one, his son, Razik, his mom, his dad, his sisters and brothers, and he ended with 4 words that said everything. "I really tried." His name was KurtieTop, but the streets knew him as Big Boss Donno, a rapper from 30th Street, a father, and a man who'd been carrying a weight nobody could see from the outside. This isn't a typical street story. There's no beef to break down, no ops to name. This is about something deeper: grief, loss, and what happens when the pain gets so heavy that smiling in public doesn't make it lighter. So why would a father choose to die next to his child's grave? What broke him so badly that he couldn't keep going? And what happened in the year and a half between losing his son and losing himself? Before we get into this, I need to say something, fams. Please check on your people. Not just "you good?" text, real check. Because what you're about to hear is a reminder that pain doesn't always show on the outside. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from and if you have been through any grief. Remember to like, share, and subscribe with the bell button so we can reach and comfort anyone hurting. You're watching Hidden Crime Network. Now let's talk about who KurtieTop really was and how tragedy struck. KurtieTop came up in Southeast DC, 30th Street to be exact. The neighborhood goes by Big 3, and if you know anything about that area, you know it's not soft. It's the kind of place where you either figure out how to move smart or you don't make it out. By 2015, KurtieTop, also known as Big Donno or Big Boss Donno, had a name in the city, and he wasn't just rapping for fun, he was making noise. That year, he got caught up in an alleged chain-snatching situation at Stadium nightclub involving the group Migos. It made headlines. He responded with a diss track called "Leg on Me," and Quavo fired back with his own track. The whole thing put KurtieTop on the map in the DMV. But it wasn't just about beef. KurtieTop and his crew started a movement they called legging. It wasn't gang talk or clout chasing, it was identity, a way of carrying yourself, the style, the cars, the way they moved through the city. In an old radio interview, he explained it simply.
It's a movement. It comes from our style and how we was brought up.
And how was that?
Man, rough.
Yeah, that's easy.
And like basically the legging part is like how we carry ourselves, like fast cars, nice women. You know what I mean? The swag we do is like basically that's how we doing. We legging. Instead of we swagging, this our style. Now we legging. This how we crying.
And even back then, in the middle of all that street energy, KurtieTop would always shout out his daughter, his family. He'd remind people that behind the music and the movement, there was more to him than what you saw online. But the moment that really changed him, that came when he found out he had a son. And that little boy didn't just give KurtieTop a reason to slow down, he gave him a reason to live differently. At first, KurtieTop didn't know he had a son. His baby mother reached out and told him. She sent him a picture. He looked at the boy and thought, "Hold up, you look too much like me." He wasn't sure, so he sent the picture to his own mother. She looked at it and said, "You so stupid, that's yours." So he agreed to take a DNA test, but before the results even came back, something happened that changed everything. The baby mother rolled down the back window of the car, and there he was, little Razik, sitting in the back seat. The boy looked at KurtieTop and reached up towards him. KurtieTop said later, "He didn't even know who I am, but he looked at me with a look in his eyes like I was waiting on you." That was it. He didn't need the DNA results. He knew. "Yeah, this mine," he said. And from that moment on, KurtieTop stepped into fatherhood in a way he didn't even realize he was doing. He just started being there, taking care of his son, spending time with him, being present. And it changed him. He said it himself at Razik's funeral years later. "I missed so many bullets, police, all types of stuff because I was busy with him." The streets didn't pull him the same way anymore. He had something more important to focus on, someone he needed, someone who gave his life real purpose. For a few years, KurtieTop finally had direction. He had his son, he had peace, he had a reason to move different. But just when life finally made sense for him, the world took everything back in the cruelest way.
About 2 years after Razik was born, KurtieTop and his baby mother got news that no parent ever wants to hear. Doctors kept running tests, nurses kept coming in and out, and then the room fell silent. Their little boy had cancer. Razik was just a little boy, still learning the world, still full of smiles and energy, and now he was facing something most adults couldn't handle. But KurtieTop didn't run. He didn't disappear. He showed up every single day. Him and Razik's mother fought that battle right alongside their son. The hospitals became their second home, treatment cycles, late nights, watching their baby boy go through pain that no child should have to endure. KurtieTop documented the journey on social media, not for clout, but to share what they were going through with family and friends who loved Razik. On November 7th, 2023, after spending 30 straight days in the hospital with his son, KurtieTop posted something that showed just how heavy the weight was. He wrote about questioning God, about everyone telling him to be strong, and wondering if the strong ever get a chance to be weak. He admitted he cried alone, but smiled around others. And he told his son, "I'm with you every step of the way, baby boy." And if you're a parent watching this, you already know that fear, the terror of loving somebody so much and knowing you can't just fix it. Through it all, little Razik kept smiling, kept fighting, kept being stronger than anyone around him. And even when the doctors said the fight was almost over, Razik still smiled, almost like he knew something they didn't. Nobody in that room knew it yet, but the way he left this world was about to break his father in a way he would never recover from. A few weeks later, instead of planning a birthday, a play date, or a family trip, KurtieTop was planning his son's funeral. The same hands that used to fix Razik's toys were now helping pick out a casket for a 3-year-old. The day of the funeral, the church was packed. Family, friends, people from the neighborhood, even faces KurtieTop barely recognized showed up, all there for the little boy who had spent most of his life fighting. The energy in the room was heavy, the kind of silence that sits on your chest. KurtieTop walked in behind the tiny casket, and whatever strength he had left, it crumbled. This wasn't a drill. There was no more "be strong," no more "he's gonna beat this." His baby boy was gone, for real. If you've ever lost someone close, you know that moment when your brain understands what your heart refuses to accept. That split second when you see the casket and your mind screams, "No, this can't be real." For KurtieTop, that moment came when it was time to say his final goodbye, his message to son. He leaned over his son, looked at his face one last time, and all the memories hit him at once. The laughs, the hospital nights, the promises he made that he would always be there. He broke down in front of everyone. In that moment, the gangster, the tough guy, the street figure, all of that disappeared. What was left was just a father, shattered, holding on to a little body that wasn't going to hold him back.
What's up, y'all? See, I ain't gonna talk to y'all, I'm gonna talk to him. See, baby boy, the life I used to live was so crazy, you feel me? But when I met you, Sierra said, "You got a son." I'm like, "No, I don't." She sent me a picture of you. I'm like, hold up. Oh, he looked too like me. Oh, moving too fast. Hold up. So I sent it to my mother. My mother said, "You so stupid." I'm like, And when I took the test, and not even before the test part, when she rolled that back window down, you was sitting right there, and he looked at me. And he reached up, and I'm like, "You don't even know who I am." But he looked at me so, like, with a look in his eyes, like, I know I was waiting on you. I started getting the Murray weekend. Then I started getting the Murray week. And then he just ended up being with me. But I ended up, like, really taking in the responsibility that I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't know I was taking care of little boy. I just was doing it. He changed my life in so many ways. I missed so many bullets, police, all types of stuff because I was busy with him. With that being said, baby boy, I want to say I love you and thank you, man, for coming into this world to guide me the right way, man. I don't know why God took you away from me, though, but I know why he put you in his life, though. I love you. Your daddy, man.
And even after the service ended, even after the casket was closed and people started to walk away, something inside KurtieTop stayed stuck in that room. A part of him was buried with his son that day, because what happened next would show the world just how far a broken father could fall. After the funeral, KurtieTop did what a lot of people do when they lose someone. They try to keep living. They show up. They smile when they're supposed to. They act like time is healing them, even when it's not. A year passed, then a year and a half. From the outside, it looked like KurtieTop was moving forward. He was still hanging with friends, still posting, still showing love to his family. The night before July 21st, 2025, he had a good time out with people he cared about, laughing, talking, looking like everything was okay. But if you paid attention to what he was posting when he was alone, you'd see something different. The pain hadn't faded, it had just gone quiet. He'd post about missing Razik, about how hard it was to keep going, about feeling like he was pretending to be strong, when really he was falling apart inside. And that's the thing about grief. It doesn't always scream, it sometimes whispers, and the quieter it gets, the more dangerous it becomes. Because while everyone around him thought he was healing, KurtieTop was carrying a weight nobody could see. And by the summer of 2025, that weight had become too heavy to carry alone. And soon, that darkness would push him into a decision that would change everything again.
July 21st, 2025. The night before had been good. KurtieTop was out with friends and family, laughing, talking, looking like he was finally finding his way again. If you saw him that night, you wouldn't have thought anything was wrong. But the next morning, he opened Instagram and posted something that stopped everyone in their tracks. The message was short, direct, and heartbreaking. "I'm so sorry, y'all, but I can't take this no more. I really hope to see y'all again." Then he started naming people, one by one. His son, Razik, his mom, his dad, his sisters, his brothers. Everyone he loved, everyone who told him to stay strong, everyone who believed he was doing okay. And then he ended with 4 words that said everything. "I really tried." Not "I'm tired," not "I need help," but "I tried." Past tense. like the fight was already over. If you've ever read a message like that from someone you know, you already understand the panic that follows. Friends started calling, family started texting, people who hadn't talked to him in months were suddenly scrambling, trying to reach him, trying to figure out where he was. But KurtieTop wasn't answering, because by the time most people saw that post, he had already made his decision. And the place he went, it wasn't random, it wasn't impulsive. It was the one place in the world that still felt like home to him, his son's grave. Hours after that post went live, police were called to a cemetery in Southeast DC. Family members had tracked KurtieTop's location, friends had been frantically calling, and when they arrived at the scene, they found exactly what everyone had been praying they wouldn't. KurtieTop was lying next to his son's grave, lifeless, gone. Not in the streets, not at an ops block, not caught up in some beef that had been brewing for months. He was right there beside the headstone with Raziq's name on it, the same spot where he'd probably stood 100 times before, talking to his boy, crying when nobody else was around, trying to hold on just a little bit longer. But this time, he didn't leave. The news spread fast. Within hours, the entire DMV knew. Social media exploded with tributes, old videos of KurtieTop with his son, clips from his music, and that heartbreaking funeral speech where he told Raziq, "I don't know how I'm gonna go on without you." People who had seen him just the night before couldn't believe it. He was laughing, he was good, he seemed fine. But that's the thing about pain like this. It doesn't always announce itself. You can smile in a room full of people and still be drowning on the inside.
This is exactly why I said at the beginning, check on your people. Really check. Not just a text, not just "you good?" Real care for your loved ones. In that note, please like and share this video if you haven't. Someone hurting out there might need to see this story today.
KurtieTop had spent a year and a half trying to survive without his son, trying to push through the grief, trying to be strong for everyone who told him time would heal. But time didn't heal. It just made the silence louder. And in the end, the only place that felt like peace was right next to the child who had given him a reason to live in the first place. While the city was still processing what had happened, KurtieTop's baby mother, the woman who had fought alongside him through every hospital visit, every treatment, every sleepless night, went to Instagram. Her post wasn't angry, it wasn't blaming anyone, it was a prayer. She wrote, "Curtis, this is not okay. I'm hurting so bad. Please, God, forgive him. Please, I'm just praying and begging for his soul to be forgiven. It wasn't intentional. It was a mistake without thought. Lord, he just wanted his son. God, please forgive his soul. Please allow him to reunite." Read that again. It wasn't intentional. It was a mistake without thought. She wasn't calling him selfish. She wasn't saying he gave up. She was saying he was in so much pain that in that moment, all he could think about was being with Raziq again. That's not a man plotting, that's a man breaking. And now she's grieving both of them, the father of her child and the child they both lost. Her words hit different because she wasn't on the outside looking in. She was right there with him through all of it. She saw the hospital nights. She heard him cry when nobody else was around. She knew what that grief felt like because she was carrying it too. The difference? She found a way to keep going. He didn't. And that's not a judgment on either of them. It's just the reality of how grief works. Two people can go through the exact same loss and come out on completely different sides. One finds a reason to push through, the other can't find a reason to stay.
This story is different from most of the cases we cover here. There's no villain to call out, no justice system to question, no mystery to solve. This is just pain. Raw, unfiltered, heartbreaking pain. KurtieTop wasn't taken out by the streets. He wasn't caught slipping by ops. He was taken out by grief. The kind that sits quiet for months. The kind that makes you smile in public while you're drowning in private. The kind that convinces you the only way to stop hurting is to stop existing. And that's the lesson here. When someone loses their reason to live, telling them to stay strong isn't enough. You have to stay present. You have to check in, not once, not twice, but consistently. Because grief doesn't disappear after the funeral. It doesn't fade after a few months. Sometimes it just gets quieter. And quiet grief is the most dangerous kind. If you've ever experienced loss like this, losing a child, losing someone who gave your life meaning, drop a comment right now. Share what helped you get through it. Because someone watching this video right now might be in that same dark place KurtieTop was in, and your words could be the thing that keeps them here. Like this video, share it, subscribe, and turn on notifications so this message reaches someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's smiling on the outside, but breaking on the inside. Someone who thinks nobody would understand. Rest in peace to KurtieTop. Rest in peace to little Razik. Until next time, remember that staying silent when someone is hurting doesn't protect them. It just gives grief more time to win, while the people we love pay the highest price. Check on someone today. Stay safe, stay connected, and thank you for joining us today. See you on another story from the Hidden Crime Network. Bye for now.